Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother, Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
And me? Well, I'm your middlest brother, Big Dog, Woof Woof, Travis, Woof Woof, McElroy, Woof Woof.
I'm Griffin McElroy. That's a lot of business.
I couldn't remember where the Woof Woofs went, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, just throw them in between every word. That ought to do it.
Better say than sorry. Hey,
Sure.
guys?
Yeah.
Guys, did you hear about the spice?
The spice is nice this
No,
fall.
that's not what I was getting. It must flow. I don't think at any point in Dune do they say, spice is nice.
The spice is nice.
Nice.
Spice is nice. Give me that spice on some shaved ice, because it's nice.
The spice is nice. in this
Y'all have expressed interest in doing a Dune-based introduction.
Yes.
And I must warn you that my knowledge of the works are not comprehensive. And so I might be able to hop in there from time to time and be like, those big worms, I bet there's people on the internet who that makes horny of them. Which is like about the depths that I will be able to plumb with it. Like, those big worms, there's some people that see those and get horny of them.
Here's what I just wanted to say about this one, Dune. Now, my sort of expertise in Dune is that I read the first quarter of the first book and said, this isn't for me.
Boring.
This spike didn't say boring. I didn't fucking say boring.
Wow,
I will
Justin,
not let you project that narrative.
That's a combative thing. A lot of people really love Dune.
No, I want to talk about the director of the movie, Denis Villeneuve, which is like already a little
delectable, yeah.
You know what I mean? He said he's basically really mad that they're going to put Dune on TV.
Oh, yeah.
When it's also going to the movies. And I feel like this is a debate that we have not gotten to weigh in on. Yes. We haven't weighed in on this.
Thank you.
This one.
Let me
Dennis, I hear you. And Dennis doesn't want you to watch Dune on TV. If you he says, it's not just a product, it's church. Right?
Ooh, gross. Ooh.
Here's what he said about AT. I don't go to church either, Dennis.
Yeah.
Here's what he said
I go to a movie more than I go to church, Dennis.
Maybe church is the movies, It's not church, it's movies. This is what he said to Variety. He wrote an open letter about how Dune's on TV. And he said that AT&T hijacked one of the most respectable and important studios in film history. There's absolutely no love for cinema nor the audience. He said watching a film on a TV screen is of lesser value. He said the way it happened, I'm still not happy. Frankly, so I wasn't angry enough. Frankly, to watch Dune on a television, the best way I can compare it is to drive a speedboat in your bathtub.
Whoa, that's awesome.
That's cool.
That's Dennis. Don't make it sound so good.
That sounds awesome, Dennis.
I would say, Dennis, the problem with your metaphor there, or a simile, is that a speedboat in your bathtub would not scale unless you're talking about a Stuart Little-esque situation in which the bathtub is scaled down to the bathtub and I'm Stuart Little size. Because when I put Dune on TV, it's not going to be like super zoomed in on Oscar Isaac's nose, right? Like I'm going to be able to see the whole thing.
But on the other hand, do not watch it on an IMAX. Here's the thing, folks. Dennis made these worms to be a specific big size.
Yeah.
When you watch the worms on your TV, or Christ forbid it, your phone, those worms look little. They look like a snake that you could step on and hurt it, and you can't do that because the worm is too big. But on an IMAX screen, that's way too big. The worm is at that point.
Yeah, I will say,
no one's going to believe there's a worm that big.
When I watch Dune on my tablet, I'm like, why are those borrowers fighting that earthworm? Because I don't understand scale
the people
at all.
Zendaya so small, so little.
They're so little. Here's what I'll say to Dennis, though, that perhaps Dennis isn't considering. TVs these days is big.
They are getting bigger.
Is pretty
I will
big.
give you that.
I said, my TV, it's pretty big. Now, if this was old school, where we had that one tube TV that I think in real life was like a 12-inch screen, but the box, like the case that it was in was like 3 feet wide, then I get it, Dennis. I don't want to watch fucking Timothée Chalamet's beautiful face on that tiny, shitty black mirror. But on my big TV now,
that's getting close, isn't it?
It's pretty big. And I sit super close to it, Dennis. I'm right up on it. So the aspect ratio is about the same.
Hold on. If we could pause for 30 seconds, I'm here with celebrity correspondent David Lynch. He just wanted to weigh in on this, if possible.
Now, if you're playing the movie on a telephone, you will never in a trillion years experience the film. You'll think you have experienced it, but you'll be cheated. It's such a sadness that you think you've seen a film on your fucking telephone. Get real.
Okay, so that's sort of where Dave's at. Thank you, David, for coming into the studio with that. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to completely miss the point for a second and say that my favorite moment in there is when you can hear him start to think to say billion, but then he's like, no, David. Trillion years. That'll get the point across.
Timothée Chalamet's not a big dude. He could you could lose him in the action on the phone. I haven't seen the Dune film because it's not out yet. And frankly, they got it right with the Sting. Like they got it in one with Sting and fucking Agent Dale Cooper. Like, you're not going to beat that, but good luck. But on a phone, Timothée Chalamet, where is he? He is 2 pixels tall. I do not see the boy. I cannot find the boy.
Although it is the most I've ever felt capable that I could take Jason Momoa in a fight. Like I think I could flick him across the table like a paper football.
Bing. Angry Birds, Aquaman's ass. Yeah. Right out the phone.
Get out of here.
Bing. Get out of here. Now you're in the yard. I win.
This is true because when you see the old version of Dune on screen, I'm like, oh, Patrick Stewart looks gigantic, right?
Huge.
Oh, look how huge he is. But then I go and I see Jason Momoa's ass in that tiny ass phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I could squish that boy. I could squish that man. Look at him. Look at that.
Travis could swish. Could swish. He could pick Jason Momoa up and swish him nothing but net.
Oh, absolutely.
No problem there.
Absolutely,
whatsoever.
I could. Don't even get it started.
So if you see Dune on TV,
take yourself to jail.
Unless
admit yourself to jail.
Unless you string a bunch of TVs together like in Blank Check the movie, and you can watch it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like get a bunch of friends together and LAN party your TVs together.
That's
and
good.
And then just watch it. So
Watch
each TV is
Dune.
one chunk of Timothée Chalamet's face. Right?
Yes.
And decide ahead of time which part of which TV is going to be the face, because you don't want everybody to be like the nose or something. That would be so embarrassing, right? You want to be like, I'm the nose, you guys are the eyes, let's Voltron this shit and get Timothée Chalamet's face up on the big screen like Dennis intended.
And I'm just going to say this is like not relevant to me because I've been boycotting the movie, you guys know, since they announced that Stellan Skarsgård was going to play Baron Harkonnen and not Mike Myers, like I've been requesting for so many years.
Absolutely. I wanted Mike Myers to play all the parts, but
they wouldn't. They said I was turned down by Dennis.
But have you tried saying out loud Stellan Skarsgård?
Yeah. I'm going to bring my screaming 4-month-old and 4-year-old to the theaters, and everybody's going to be like, why did you bring these fucking kids to Dune? And I'll be like, Dennis made me. I wanted to watch it at home, like a normal person, but apparently this is a Christ-like experience.
I just hope there's enough Stellan in there to satisfy my kids. I don't want it to be another situation like Jungle Cruise where they got Giamatti right at the beginning and then Giamatti disappears for large swaths. That's all they can talk about.
This is what I was saying, Justin. I'm so glad that you brought Jungle Cruise back into it because I watched Jungle Cruise at home and I can't imagine how much harder I would have cried if I saw it in theaters. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of glad that I'm able to sit at home and have a muted emotional experience because God knows sometimes, the waterworks, they just open. And by the end of it, you're dried out like SpongeBob in the sun. And I don't want that. You know what I mean? So, it's nice to be able to mute my emotions in watching, say, a Jungle Cruise or a Dune at home because the spice must flow, but so must the tears.
The tears must also. And that's the thing about home viewing that you're not going to beat, Dennis. When I watched Chernobyl at home with my kids.
Yeah.
And they were like, who's that great guy? I was like, that is Stellan Skarsgård. And then, like happens in so many movies, he was gone for a long time. He wasn't on the screen. I could fast forward to the next scene.
Yeah.
And
that's in the special features. You can just watch the Skarsgård
they got
scene.
the sing-along Skarsgård cut. Yeah, for sure.
They call it the Scar-rated version.
Yeah. All right.
That's pretty good.
That was 10 minutes. We're free.
All right, we did it.